Hi everybody, my name is Bongnim Choi from South Korea. I'm very sociable and passionate person as you can see. Personally, I love learning the other languages such as English, Japanese, or Spanish. I've been in Japan for 2 years as an exchange student, and I was in Mexico, Monterrey for 6 months when I did my previous job in Hyundai Motor Groups as a global HR manager. Learning the other language is the best way to approach the country or the culture. So I have my final dream. I just want to improve my Spanish skills, and then I will broaden my business world. Now I'm a North American market project manager in my organization, Daejeon Technopark, which is one governmental civic organization. Especially, I'm a member of the commercialization support team. In my organization, Technopark, I have 3 different my work. First, North American market entry support business. Second is Silicon Valley office management. Third one is market creation support project. Based on my experiences, today I would like to introduce how project manager they could lead the project as a civil servant when you serve your service in your local SMEs. I've been stay here for 4 years, and until now, when I do my work, I've got my inspiration through my supporting work. I really hope you all guys have an interest about my explanations because I just want to devote my 100% energy through these lessons. Actually, I'm so excited having a chance to deliver this kind of good lessons. And if possible, I just want to hope you person to person when this bad COVID-19 situation is finished. Please come to Korea and let's meet. Enjoy your class. Hi everyone, my name is Bongnim Choi. As you can see this chart, I'm a North American market specialist of Daejeon Technopark, which is one government civil organization. Today, I would like to introduce about 3 of support projects based on company growth cycle. So I hope you enjoy today's our class. Now let's start. First, I would like to introduce about contents. 3 of the key processes for each company's development. So 3 of the project is divided the three projects, sub-project. First one is the establishment of infrastructure for startup. The second one is the business comprehensive support for commercialization. And third one is market creation support. Actually, in Daejeon Technopark, these 3 projects are the biggest one. So we devoted all our energy to support best resolution to each local company. So before I introduce about 3 of project, I would like to introduce about my home city. Have you ever heard about Daejeon before? I know all the other foreigners case, they knew about the Seoul, the Koreans, the capital city, but Daejeon is the Daejeon Metropolitan City's case, the 5th largest city in South Korea. As you can see the chart in the map, the Daejeon is located the middle part of our territory. So Daejeon we just called by a hub of transportation. So all the KTX Korean Bluetooth the train, this is the really fast and it connected all of the region of South Korea. So we called by the hub of the Korean territory. So there are the 3 parts. You could see the why Daejeon is so important. First one is the central strategic city. As you can see the map, the Daejeon we establishing the future growth engines and promoting advanced science technology of Korea. There are many IT companies in Daejeon and there are many researchers in Daejeon. So that's why we called in Daejeon is IT city. And second one is the just major infrastructures. Over 30 government-funded research institute and 20 universities, including KAIST and Chungnam National University. We provide best educational condition, and the population is 1.5 million people. We live together. And recently, the Sejong, the next to Daejeon, Sejong is central government complex, and it is located near to Daejeon. So we try to make cooperation together. It's very, very strong. So why the Daejeon, the environment is well spread in Korean. So I just want to think about Daejeon is change maker, innovation, capacity city, and we have good infrastructures. So as you can see the chart, the Daejeon, we have three major parts, the IT and NT and BT. I just want to focus on the our status. The first, we have enough of the researchers, around 30,000 people, the researchers, they focus on their study for science part. And second one is the around 70,000 patents we already developed. And the most important thing as a project managers, over 1,500 companies, they are located in Daejeon. They based on the technologies. The next one is the over 20 university, and there are companies listed on KOSPI and KOSDAQ, or 41, and the research institute also around 30. So next, I just want to introduce about why Daejeon Technopark needed in South Korea. Actually, Technopark, as each region of their South Korea has their own Technopark and for their technology improvement. Actually, 19 Technopark in South Korea, and Daejeon is one of them. And this is the reason why we have to build in South Korea. As a regional innovation hub, we will intend to accelerate the technology advancement of local industry and the startup for technology-intensive enterprises while contributing to the revitalization of region. I think this is the main reason to accelerate to the Daejeon small and mid-sized enterprise, and then we make better performances together. So we just want to say Technopark is your friends. And I just want to introduce about the Daejeon Technopark, the organization, our chart. There are 9 different centers. Actually, first time I entered the Daejeon Technopark, I was a member of the planning department. So at the time, I was the manager of robotics. So I made a lot of plan for the next year's robot, their plan. So this part is the plan. And we can see the part through the business support department. And we did analysis and do. Now I am a member of the Office of Regional Industry Promotion. So the mission of Daejeon Technopark, that means the hub of global industry promotions. So I just want to focus on why the hub of global industry promotion is needed with the Daejeon Technopark. I just want to lead. We will contribute to business growth of Daejeon through a comprehensive customized support in the fields. Daejeon Technopark with many local SMEs, we try to provide the best solution when need help. And when need a hand, the Daejeon Technopark project manager's case, they could hand, or sometimes they can handle the problem with the local people. So this is the first question. What is the answers? I heard you guys can give an answer through the Google survey form. So please figure it out, these questions. I think you guys already knew the answers, the purpose of the establishment. I just want to lead, so you guys have to figure it out, the answer. As a regional innovation hub, we will intend to accelerate the technology advancement of local industry and the blank for the technology-intensive enterprises. Can you guys guess? Please write in your answer. So this page, I just want to show this the Daejeon, the government, their final goals, why they want to build this kind of the system. Actually, Daejeon is the already appointed the fourth industrial revolution city in South Korea. So all the technology related companies, they try to make better their futures. So as you can see, the hyperloop connected the society, the Daejeon they want to build, and the super intelligent society they just want to imagine. So drone taxi and autonomous fuel cell electronic bus. There are many the futures we already dreamed about this part. So as you can see, there are all of the parts of Daejeon. We try to build our next future. So I really enjoy I'm dreaming about our next futures. Maybe I hope in the near futures. Next, I would like to introduce about my organization, the major functions of Regional Industry Promotion Division. Yeah. There are 4 different facilities we provide. That means diverse supports we did through the many projects. First one I want to introduce about the Global R&D Center. The Global R&D Center, that means a lot of global companies, they could enter the center. We provide a room. So many global companies, when they need a room, we provide using very cheap price. So compared with other rental fee, I think Global R&D Center, they could get a room very, very cheap. And Global R&D Center, they mean to approach them globally, they need some knowledge or resources. So that's why Global R&D Center manager, he keeps to his best to communicate each other and give good resolution based on his networking. Second one is a Daejeon Startup Campus. This is also many Daejeon startup companies, they enter this room, and then the project manager, he also provide many mentoring program or other good the beneficial programs. So many startups case in Daejeon, they could get many help from the Daejeon Startup Campus. Third one is also we provide a good educational course. So computer training lab and the general lecture hall, we provide different educational things. As you can see, education on 3D printer and biotechnology. Actually, in Daejeon, we have 3 core parts. First one is IT convergence. Second one is the robotics. Third one is biotechnology. To make it more strong, so we provide the best education environment to the Daejeon people. So as you can see, there are several parts Regional Industry Promotion Division provide for the Daejeon SMEs. Yeah, this is the time I would like to introduce about the biggest project, 3UP support project. 3UP, the project's case, it divided 3 parts. First one is the establishment of infrastructure for startup. And second one is business comprehensive of infrastructure for commercialization. And third one is market creation support. The biggest and huge business in Regional Industry Promotion Division. So I would like to introduce more specifically. Yeah, let's start. First one is the commercialization package. The first one is establishment of infrastructure for startup. Yeah, I just focus on this part. So support for successful commercialization of excellent technology possessed by startup technology, development and product upgrade, prototype production, commercialization, production process development, marketing, and so on. So this part is important. You have to remember, with 5 years after they built the company, they could join this project and then they could get many help. So next part, I just want to introduce about the purpose of this project. And actually in Daejeon, there are many startups exist here. And providing the best environment is the solution, makes local company more strength. And so I just want to introduce about the 3 parts you could see. The first one is the technology development, and next one is prototype and mold production, and third one is commercialization strategy. I just want to focus on this line. Yeah, providing customized support for each growth stage, such as technology development, and prototype and mold production, and acquisition of intellectual product rights, establishment of commercialization strategy, and the marketing. Yeah. So see the next page. Yeah. Actually, we Daejeon Technopark, we manage this project, but actually we have with 2 upper hierarchy organizations. And Daejeon Technopark, we try to keep the best. Yeah, one is the Daejeon Metropolitan City, Daejeon City, and another one hierarchy, the upper hierarchy organization is Ministry of SMEs and Startups. To support well-organized business project, we try to keep best cooperation together. Actually, Daejeon Technopark, we need some basic rules or basic regulation, how we could handle the SMEs, the local, their companies. The Ministry of SMEs and Startup, they already made the specific rules and they provide each organization. As an organization below to this organization, we just followed their rules. So you could check about the specific things. So Daejeon Metropolitan City, they has a law advisory committee, and this Ministry of SMEs and Startup, they evaluation committee. So we just follow their evaluation, their regulation. So main contents for this business. I already told you guys this is main for the companies founded for less than 5 years. So specifically, I would like to introduce about this business full cycle, the technologies. So I hope I just want to introduce about the purpose and contents and size. The purpose, induce growth of promising companies by supporting full cycle technology commercialization for startups. So there are many parts based on the basic regulation. We provided this each contents, but on your countries has a different environment. So just to review and then add additional one or just pass when you think it is not needed for your countries. So I just want to introduce about some parts. So one is the technology development and product advancement, and prototype production, and design and production, and the marketing. Yeah, these kind of things are the contents included in this project. So each company, they could divide their budget. So actually, you have to remember about the size of the project. In this year, 2020, up to 50 million Korean won per project. This is for the 17 companies in this year for 6 months. So I think money is also very important part. So when you make this plan at first time, you guys, based on the budget, you have to think twice. So every year, to make it clear, because this is a continuous project, we have to try to make a goal of quantitative value. So actually, we divided the 2 parts. the performance goal. First one is the local economy activation, and second one is the enhancement of corporate support efficiency. So actually sales and the employment growth rate are the main key. So every year we make our goal, the sales growth rate case 10% is upper than last year. And employment growth rate is also 5% is up compared with the last year. So the other parts, you just see this chart. So please review or please stop the screen and then you just see the more specifically. So from now on, I just want to introduce about specific schedules. First time, that's why I introduced, and all other the same linear project process other to support our project. So I think you need to memorize this whole processes. The first one is the document qualification review. Yeah. After you uploaded the business announcement around the January 2nd, after you selected all the company they have applied for, and then you have to first document qualification review. In South Korea, we use the NTIS, that means National Science and Technology Information Service. Through the channel, we just review about the companies, their financial problem, or sometimes the organization or CEOs, their problems. So we can first review the inner our process. And second one is evaluation commit. We just invited the expert of that field. So the expert, they reviewed the companies, the papers, and then finally they selected, they have a potential power, so they have a right to join this year's project. So based on two different steps, some companies finally they selected. After they selected as this project this year, they just agreement signed. And then mutually we concluded the agreement and then we just signed. One is Technopark and one is that company. And after that, this is also really important, intermediate progress check. This is important because between their business progress, we have to check how much they could succeed in their whole process. So assessing the overall progress, such as checking the performance result. So we could check about their progress and then give some feedback. So experts we have to bring together, and then after they see their whole process, they just give some feedback. Until the final your evaluation, you guys have to modify your some process, or sometimes you have to use your money more properly. Something that kind of the tips the expert provide, the companies they could accept. And the last one is the end of the process, they could get a final evaluation. This is also some experts we just to try to invite, and then they could review. This project of 1 year is good or sometimes bad. So they divided success or fail. So when the company they judge it, the success as a result of the final evaluation, they have to give back 10% as refund of the support fund. Do you remember that before I already told you 50 million Korean won each company they get, and after they get a success, 5 million Korean won they have to refund about for the money. Yeah, the 10%. So this is very important thing because when we think about our next year, this kind of money we could use for the next level. But sometimes the company, they could get failed. At the time, we made a special judgment stage, and then we just to give some punishment. Sometimes we just leave back all the money we supported. So the kind of process are we divided. But over 95% case, they already got success. So this is very important thing. So manager's case, as a project manager, I have to review thoroughly among the progress the period. We have to communicate with the company's people, and then we have to make it clear. So after that, we try, based on our progress, we just continuing our management this for the next year. So I just want to review about the whole process, how to manage 1 year. There are 4 different parts after you post your uploading. Yeah, first one is the just review the documents based on internal standard in Daejeon Technopark. And second one is the invite the professional judge, and then they reviewed thoroughly. And then finally, based on the stage, the companies they could chosen. And the third one is, this is really important, we just visit the real part and how much they could, how much they get a progress in the level. So at the time, the company's case, they could get the feedback from the expert. And final screening is the final assessment. The person to person, the project manager, they have to make a presentation how they make it clear for the 1 year. So evaluation index for the choosing good candidates. I think these things are, as a project manager, just like me, we have to know about 5 the stage. First one is the startup ability. We have to think. Second one is the adequacy of the plan. And third one is technology. And next one is marketability. And final one is contribution. Of course, startup's case, we have to lead their potential power. That means the startup ability. So founder's expertise or founder's competence. Based on 2 things, we just judge which company is right or not good. And second one is just about their goals. The goal, how much we can see the feasibility. Because the final goal through the startup, they have to make their own product. And that's why the technology is very important, technology level or technology completion. Yeah, also important. Next one is the marketability, how much they could make a product competitiveness. And final one is for the futures, for the next generation. So yeah, we have to think about the local industry contribution. So those 5 index, we have to think about these 5 parts for the right decision. I just to make it clear, be clean and be nice when you handle your work. And next one is progress check evaluation index. This tab is very important because we can check each company's progress about their works. Through this intermediate progress check, we can give good feedback for their wrap-ups. So first, to compare with the original plan they built, and we just to check about the performance result. And then the judges, they could give some opinions. You have to modify this part, or you have to concentrate on this part more, or you have to use your money more properly. So the kind of the index shows each company they have to modify among their progress. So I think this chart is you have to remember to make it clear your web app. And the next one is the final evaluation index. Why final evaluation process is important. Thanks to this turn, all the judges, they can reach a point how companies they have a web app. Yeah, and to continue this good cycle in a row, the managers has to check from bottom to top. So the total point is the 100. So normally in Daejeon Technopark, over 80 points, we just selected this company did a good job, so we just gave a success. And below 80 points, we just select this is fail. So they have to get another stage to judge about their punishment. So that's why before we give the final evaluation, so we just to give some notice to each company. You have to see your progress more thoroughly, more carefully for your wrap-ups. So this is just a review for the first session. Yeah, yeah. As a project manager, yeah, think three things how to manage this big project. Yeah, establishment of infrastructure for startup. The first one is company selection is very important because right company they has to chosen by the project manager and the good expert judges. So we have think about four parts: the startup, their ability, adequacy of the plan, and technology, and marketability. So based on these four index, we have to choose right company. And then the next one is the business management for the establishment of the steady network and conduct intermediate evaluation. Because based on this kind of our management, the company, they gotta more attention. I have to do more best, or I have to finish my work until the end of the project. And third one is for the next year, so for the next generation, we have to do follow-up, the 10% refund from the original software fund, and in monies we just give to the fund for the next year's the project. So again, the quiz time. I think you guys have to remember about whole process about based on my explanations. I think I just want to review about this whole process again. First, when you choose your right company, the document qualification reviews are important because financial status you have to check before, and then you have to think about the CEO or the managers, their status about illegally they did bad thing or not, or they think about their ethics. This one is document qualification review. And the second one is the first evaluation commit with the expert. The expert, based on their knowledge, they could decide it. This company is much better than the other company. Because lots of companies, they apply to this progress, but only few companies selected. That's why we have to keep the ethics and be clean. So based on expert, their commit, we selected the proper number of the companies. The next one is the quiz, and next one, this stage is very important. We just visited the real spot, and then we just check, and then we just give the feedback how much they could modify, or how could they rev up their work more properly. And then final evaluation, that means finally you just check this one is good, so is one success or failed. So this kind of whole process case you guys have to remember and then review all the process in your mind. I hope you guys figured out the answer. So this is the first my session for the 3 of support. See you next step. Thank you.